Cheers, VC. Thanks for dropping back in. Tony's LPs are us back. I just did a segment the other day. I opened up a Hendrix, well, didn't open it, but showed a peek inside a Hendrix box set, which was the box set of all these shows they did for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, Film Maurice. So that was a success. And people are asking me, show more Elvis. Elvis sells. Elvis, like diamonds, truly is forever. And Elvis is the diamond standard. He's not the gold standard. I'm a big Elvis fan. He's right here. Elvis cannot talk on camera because of copyright laws based on the YouTube community. But Elvis is here in spirit, and we love Elvis. So I'm going to show a few box sets. This will be part one. And then I'll continue in a few days or a few weeks on the final episode of my Elvis box sets. I've been buying Elvis records for 50 years. The box sets I see very rarely. These box sets I've had in my possession for a long time, 20 years at least, maybe 30, 40 years for some of them. But we're going to show a few here. And if you like, please comment, please subscribe. I want to thank everyone else out there for subscribing and liking. And I didn't realize there was so many Bond fans, not Bond fans, but Bond fans and Elvis fans. Whenever I do something with Bond or Elvis, I get a lot of positive comments and I get a lot of likes. And Elvis especially is surprising to me because you don't really see a lot of Elvis, talked about on television unless they're showing a marathon or the date of his anniversary of his passing, or some Elvis on Ed Sullivan gig or whatever. But Elvis is huge on the YouTube community, and I just linked up and subbed to a multitude of Elvis Presley channels, and there's a couple. There's one cool one where I really like. It's going to give them a shout out here. I don't know all of them by name. They're listed. But it's two girls who talk about Elvis or something, and it's really cool. They really do a great job. So cheers to two girls who do Elvis, all the Elvis people. So here's my first box set. Probably the first one I ever got was Elvis 50 Gold Award Hits, Volume 1. These are in mono. These sound great. This is 50 songs, and this is a simple box set. The old type, which was same as All Things Must Pass, Bangladesh. And I'll show you, this is still intact. This still has the fabric that holds it together. And I'll just take a sample out to show you guys, you youngins out there that haven't seen this. This is a great one to pick up because this is mono and these sound pretty good. They spread them out over 8 sides, I believe. It's a 4-record set. So let me just silence this. And here they come with the ads. I did a whole video on Elvis Presley inner sleeves, and this could tell you when exactly these were pressed and also the dead wax, but Elvis aficionados could tell. And here's a black label. Well, these are mint. This is side 7 mono, You're the Devil in Disguise, Bossa Nova Baby, Kissing Cousins, Viva Las Vegas, Ain't That Loving You, Babe, and one of my favorites, Wooden Heart, and that's just on side 7. So, and this is side 8 and side 7. So this is the final record, and these are all in order. So you have, the 4 records, which I believe are all here. Just double check. Oh, I have notes in here. Let's see what little young Tony wrote back in the day. Oh, Elvis Presley. This is someone else's notes that I must have bought it from. That's when your heartache begins. Someone actually wrote out the lyrics. I want you, I need you, I love you. And someone wrote out the lyrics, and they're in this record. So I did not know that. I kept these intact. Person has a beautiful handwriting, so if you're out there, you're probably still an Elvis fan. If you see this, you know your handwriting. So it's a 4-record set, 8 sides. It's magnificent. This is volume 1. And because there's Elvis, there's a volume 2. So we're going to put that to the side. And here is the other sides. So these are the B-sides. Golden Hits. The other sides in mono, volume 2. And I guess this is 50 records as well. This has You're So Square, Baby, I Don't Care. I think I actually got volume 2 first before I got volume 1. And believe it or not, this was a cutout. Has the cutout saw mark, which just shows you where people's heads were back in the day. Still intact. The packaging is still intact. It's in really good shape. I'll just show you one record. Same inner sleeve. So the vintage is about the same. And a true Elvis aficionado could basically tell you based on the numbers on the inner sleeve. Just in case, this is 21-112-1PT- or .54F. And this is the Dynaflex. So these sound really good, and this is mint. Because I had all the Elvis tracks on different records, so I didn't play these. I didn't put them on I never put them on a changer, but a lot of Elvis records ended up on changers. So this is side 3. My Baby Left Me. It Hurts Me. I Need Your Love Tonight. Please Don't Drag That String Around. Young and Beautiful. So it's just a classic. Other sides, which for us, they're all A sides basically. Elvis is the one artist that I've never heard a bad track, and I'm prejudiced because I love Elvis. And even the soundtracks, people talk about the soundtracks. They're fucking great. There's excuse my French, as Elvis would say, but there's great songs on those soundtracks. They're not all filler. There's some filler, but there's all cheers. So let's admit it. Let's admit it, folks. They're not bad, Okay, here's another rare one that I don't see too often, and I've only seen it here. The Elvis Presley Story. Okay, this is a Candlelight Musical Treasury, the Elvis Presley Story. Okay, so we're talking about Elvis now. This is a limited collector's edition. Candlelight, in association with RCA Records, is proud to present. They should have said in association with Colonel, because the Colonel had his little paws on this one. And I don't disparage the Colonel. I think the Colonel helped, did a lot for Elvis. People say, well, without the Colonel, he may have been bigger, but who knows, man? Elvis wasn't a business person. Elvis was his own. Elvis liked to party. Elvis liked to have his boys around him. Unfortunately, they were yes men, but that's a whole nother video. And like I said, I'm not an Elvis. I just read all the stuff on Elvis that I could get my hands on. This is an official commemorative treasury featuring the complete collection of original RCA golden hit records from the 1950s, 60s, and 70s by Elvis Presley. All the historic recordings of the king that made musical history. So that's the tagline on this one. And this, I believe, is a slipcase. So we'll see if we could slip it out. These have not been opened in a long time. So I'm doing this fresh. It's like Doc Watson said the other day. I was watching a video with Doc Watson, the blind country bluegrass guy. He goes, we always sound better without rehearsal. The first take, he loved the first take. If you ever heard a great album, it's a great OG recording that I have to do a segment on. It's the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, the Circle Being Broken. That's a 3-record or 4-record LP, and Doc Watson's on it, and he says, "Oh, we don't need to rehearse. The first take's the best." So I've always thought that that's true in a lot of things, except maybe some things. But okay, so here you go, the Elvis Presley Encyclopedia of Hits. So you could check that out. That's a pretty good narration. It basically goes down album 1, album 2, album 3, album 4, album 5. And I'll just do highlights. Album 2, One Night. Elvis sailed for his army career in Germany on September 22, 1958, and this record was released shortly after and is probably the greatest multi-million selling rock and roll ballad ever recorded. And here's from album 4. It's got great notes. I'm looking at this, probably for the second time. A Big Hunk of Love. This is on album 4. A Big Hunk of Love. Here is the number one selling smash from 1959, a big favorite over the years, and the premiere version of the song. This was released in 1959, and that was Elvis's last single record to be released during his Army years. Then on album 5, so it's 5 albums, Wooden Heart again, my favorite. Elvis recorded this upon release from the Army in 1960, and it became a number one million seller in 1961, though not released as a 45 in the United States. This is a major LP cut from an album that stayed on the hit parade for over 2 years. Note Elvis's perfect phrasing of the German language. And it just goes on with these great notes. And as all you Elvis people know, Elvis had obviously a perfect pitch, but he had a photographic memory. In my case, it may be a pornographic memory, but Elvis had a photographic memory. And I remember reading on the movie sets, he would know everyone's line. He would know the lines from movies like James Dean movies that he used to study. He would know all the lines, and he would know all the lines of, I guess, most of his films. Maybe the early films, maybe not so much later on, but I'm sure the early black and whites. And here you have the label. It's an RCA, Special Products. So this is really cool. These are mint. I don't know what this is going for on the Elvis Presley market, but I have never seen this other than here. I never looked for it, but I've never seen it. And when I see a record in a shop that I have, my photographic memory kicks in, and I could tell. So you can see these just came in regular white sleeves. There's no booklet because the booklet is printed with great liner notes on the inside cover. Let me just double check. Maybe there is a booklet. But no, there's just 5 albums. Here's the back. It's the sides. And here's if you want to freeze that out and look at that, print it. But that is really cool. One more. Suspicious Minds, which we know came out in 69, and we just talked about that when we did the one step of Elvis from Memphis. Fantastic number one million seller from the summer of 69, and Elvis's longest running number one recording, clocking in over 4 minutes. The only major hit in history to feature 2 fade outs at the ending. That is true. And if you look at the vinyl, for those who have the vinyl, you could see the gap there. It's almost as if it's a different track, which is really cool. I've never seen it talked about. I just got the chills. The Elvis Presley story, on this note, the Elvis Presley story was carefully prepared by Wesley T. Wood and Wayne Stirl, especially for the Treasury series of Candlelight Music, produced by West Wayne Productions. Your family and friends may order additional treasures from the Elvis Presley collection. I give you an address here, Huntington Station, New York, which was a big mail order hub, I believe. I remember buying James Bond posters with that address from Huntington. And this was copyrighted in 1977. So that's it. The next up is a really cool one. We're going to go here. This is a more modern one. I believe these are German pressings. This is really nice. This is so heavy. And I mean heavy in both ways. Physical, mentally, emotionally, and sonically. And this has the complete 50s masters, the king of rock and roll. This is volume 1. This was 1992, and it says digitally remastered. And to be honest with you, I haven't played a lot of these. Record 1 has, 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, at least 24 tracks. Some of these have interviews. Some of these have alternative versions, previously unreleased. Here's the lineup. If you want to look at that, the glare might get to you, but sorry about that, but you can look at that. And I'll read the hype sticker, which is embedded in it. These are very hard to find, I believe. 15,000 editions only. 3 rare bonus photos for framing. Numbered signed certificate of authenticity. A 6 LP set, 140 tracks, includes 14 previously unreleased performances, 48-page color booklet with many rare photographs from the Graceland Photo Archives. First release, That's When Your Heartaches Begin, from the legendary 53 acetate, which I wanted to point out. I forgot about that. First release, full demo record, never otherwise recorded by Elvis. Contains complete 50s sessionography, contains complete 50s discography, biographical text by Peter Karlnick, who those books I talked about, the Volume 1 and Volume 2, were by Peter, and they're essential. Includes a 4-sheet of RCA record label, 4-color stamps depicting Elvis Presley's 50 record covers. This recording was prepared with the cooperation of the Elvis Presley estate, the ultimate digitally remastered collection from original RCA recordings, label, and Sun Master recordings. And this is a 6-album set. Here's the cover again. You can see the height. And just going to excuse me for a second. We're going to move these over. Sorry for that. And Elvis is forever, diamonds are forever. And so we're just going to go into a few of these items in here. This is a box set that the box lifts off. So here's the box. Here is the certificate. This is number 3644. I have to remember to play that number, and it's signed. A facsimile by President RCA Label and Senior Vice President MGM International. And this certificate, BMG Music and RCA Records has commissioned the manufacture of the special limited 6 LP vinyl edition of the Elvis Presley Anthology, The King of Rock and Roll, the Complete 50s Masters, for a total restricted release of 15,000 box sets. It is hereby certified that this is number 03644. Now, that's not a lot in the realm of Elvis Presley, although these were pretty expensive. Here is the really great booklet, Remembering the King of Rock and Roll. And it's a spine booklet, and it has tons of stuff in it. Really nice. These are still attached. These are glossy. Look at that. Wow. Wow. Hear that? Hear that, people? And Elvis merchandise. I remember buying things from this magazine. Cool Christmas shot. Love that. And inside we have tons of stuff, color, very high quality. Here's another from one of the TV shows, TV spots. That's beautiful. Hear that? So, very fortunate to have this. And I'll just show you the records. Here's the back, very clean. And what I did was I removed the records from the sleeves. The sleeves are very thin. They're just paper. This is Masters record number 3. You can see the tracks. Here's one of my favorite poses, Elvis with the guitar. This is number Elvis LP2. This is number 1. And you guys out there who know Elvis probably even know where that shot was taken, I'm sure. Here he looks about first 6 months in after signing with Sun. Here's a nice one of Elvis playing guitar. Elvis was a good guitar player, and he didn't need to be a good guitar player, but he was a decent guitar player. And on the comeback special, he was rocking. He was rocking. I believe these were pressed in Germany. I'll look at the label. Here's the actual record. Have it in the famous MoFi. And the songs aren't printed on the label, which is something that they did. Made it easier. There's too many to print. My only concern with these is sound quality. I don't remember, but I'm sure sound quality is not up to snuff. Based on the number of tracks on each side, as you can see, they're really smashed in. Plus, it's a digital transfer. But we don't buy this for the sound. We buy this because it's Elvis, and we need it. We need it. We need it. Here's another track of LP5 from the Army. And here's a photo that I haven't seen. I've seen it here, but I don't remember it. That's a great photo. You guys out there probably know what this is. And on here is Danny, Hard-Headed Woman, Ain't That Loving You, Baby. Now and Then There's a Fool Such as I. And here we have Elvis, getting a little sun in between, whatever. Probably about outside studio. Here's volume 4. Elvis is rocking out. Great shot. Great pictures. Great booklet. The glossies are worth the price of admission. And this is an unbelievable shot. The most photographed man in the world, I would say, off the top of my head. This photo is from Loving You from the Jailhouse Rock movie. This is when he was in session. And let me just see if these have credits. This is taken from King Creole. Oh, no, it's not credited for the photo. It's credited for the film. So it's just asterisk. So that might be from a movie. Here's another booklet right here. This is the original booklet. And this is amazing. Here's the spread of album covers. And this is still attached. Not to damage this, I'm going to be very careful. But you could see that there, just to give you a glimpse. This is worth the price of admission. And when I show you what I paid for these, you won't believe it. I got very lucky. And look at this shot with Scotty. If you guys want to see the entire booklet, please leave comments, and I will do a video, and I will meticulously go through every page and show you the photos. As it's just splendid book. Here's the back. And last but not least, I have the companion that goes with this, but unfortunately did not open it yet. This is the complete From Elvis to Memphis. I think I might have to open this. Look at that. Oh, man. Oh, mama. And I'll go over the hype sticker with you guys. And I will open this on camera. You won't believe the price. Check out the price. This was at a show in New Jersey. I remember going with Big John, my friend Eddie Auerbacher, and my brother-in-law coaxed me into buying these Elvis. He's going, "Are you kidding me? I wasn't going to buy anymore." I bought a bunch of RCA Elvises that day, first pressings or second pressings. And he goes, "Are you kidding me for that price?" He goes, "I'll buy it for you." So I ended up getting it. This is actually, I believe, it's printed in Germany. So the hype says England, but the label is German. And I'll read the hype sticker. This special limited edition vinyl, 10,000 editions only, includes one original U.S. 29-cent Elvis stamp. Can't use them anymore, folks. It's double that. And first day of issue envelope, numbered, signed certificate of authenticity. 6 LP set, 130 tracks, includes 19 previously unreleased alternate performances, 48-page book, full color booklet with many rare photographs from the Graceland Photo Archives. Contains full supporting recording session data and complete 60s discography. Liner notes and text again by Peter Koralnik again, the famous Peter. Includes a sheet of RCA record label, full color stamp depicting Elvis Presley's 60s record covers, which is what was in the other box. The ultimate digitally remastered collection from the original RCA label master tapes featuring Elvis Presley's finest 60 performances from Nashville and the complete 69 Memphis sessions. Special bonus track, the legendary and previously unreleased Love Me Tender Witchcraft duet with Frank Sinatra, which was on the Come to Elvis's special that Sinatra kind of generated for Elvis. If you haven't seen it, it's unbelievable because they start doing each other. Elvis says, Sinatra says, "Well, we both work in our own ways." The highly anticipated follow-up to the 3-time Grammy-nominated box set, The King of Rock and Roll, the 50's Complete Masters. So that's it, folks. And this is pristine. I kept this in plastic over the shrink on the Elvis shelf, and you can see that. I'll get closer there. Here he is. There's the spine. So thanks for this labor of love. Once again, cheers. And keep rocking. Stay safe. And if you like, please subscribe. If you'd like to see the Elvis booklet, please let me know, because I will do a booklet. I'll do a complete inner, and I'll also get this opened, and we'll do that. I have a lot of stuff lined up. Got a lot of cool stuff lined up. And here again, here's that. Wow. This is unbelievable. I love the 45s. I wish we knew what they were. Probably someone out there could tell us. And here's the shirt for the other box. So cheers. Keep rocking. Thanks, Elvis, the King. And we'll see you later. And just as a tribute, we got little Richard Gold up top. And I didn't show that when I did my Little Richard segment because that was somewhere else. But I wanted to post that. So thanks again. Please subscribe. Please like. And I really appreciate your support. Take care. Ciao. And as Elvis would say, guys, say it. Thank you. Thank you very much.